all over West Michigan. This is 24-Hour News 8 Football Frenzy.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to Week 7 of the high school football season. Tonight, highlights from 22 games. I'm Jack Doles, Larry Figursky, Casey Jones, and those orange shoes. And this is the Football Frenzy. We're going to start with our spotlight games and a battle of unbeatens in the Wolverine Conference. Take out the Plainwell, Paw Paw, and Plainwell. Both these teams 6-0 coming into this game. No score in the first quarter. Move to the second now. Trent Monroe going to find Jacob Almeida. 8-yard touchdown pass right in the corner. Great catch. Extra point, no good. It's 6-0 Plainwell. Paw Paw's got an answer. Jay Dowell to Kyle Williams. Dowell wins the jump ball, or Williams wins the jump ball in the end zone. It's 6-6. Extra point, no good. Later second quarter, Tim Weilinga, he's going to punch it in 2 yards out, and Paw Paw led 12-6 at the half. Third quarter now, Plainwell, Trent Monroe gets a seam, and he's gone. 64-yard touchdown run. Extra point is good, and it's 13-12 Plainwell with the lead. But fourth quarter, Drew Pursley, they're going to call on their kicker, and he nails it. Paw Paw hit the goalpost and falls through. That's your winner. Paw Paw beats Plainwell 15-13.
Spotlight number 2 shining on Norton Shores and the OK Black, the 5-1 Sailors of Mona Shores, with a chance to clinch their first playoff berth in the 52-year history of the school's program. To get it, however, they would have to beat another 5-1 team, the Chicks of Zeeland East, looking to lock up a playoff berth of their own. Both trying to stay within a game with a conference lead. Already 19-0 Mona Shores in the second. Tyree Jackson, this kid throws a pretty ball on the mark to Marquand Sargent. He catches it in stride and takes it the distance. 57 yards, it was 26-0. Then it's Jackson again. Option pitch this time to Sargent, who turns on the speed down the far sidelines. Gone again. 54 yards to Pater. The lead was 39-6. And in the third quarter, the same two do it again. This time on the slant. Jackson to Sargent. He breaks a tackle there, stays on his feet. Look at the pretty cutback and goes the distance yet again. 58 yards, diving just inside the pylon. Mona Shores is headed to the playoffs for the first time ever. They win it big tonight, 49-26.
Spotlight number 3, Lowell and Caledonia. Back in 1947, Lowell adopted the nickname Red Arrows to honor the 32nd Red Arrow Division of the Army. They served more combat in World War I and II than any other Army division, and tonight they honored them again on the field. Unfortunately, the number 1 ranked Red Arrows and the 200 servicemen and women that were supposed to line the field couldn't because of the government shutdown, so both these OK White teams honoring them on the field, and boy did they with a great game. First quarter, Red Arrows already up 7-0. Kyler Sherlow, tight end screen set up beautifully, and Josh Brannigan sheds a tackler and sprints 40 yards for the score. 14-0 Lowell. Caledonia battled in the first half, down 25-12. Great job hiding the ball, and before Lowell can find it, Eddie Kelly is gone. 85-yard sprint to the house, and I'd say he's got a little bit of speed. 32-18, though. Lowell was up at the break. Second half, Lowell took over. Kyler Sherlow on the keeper, going to spin his way in, 2 yards in. I'm going to start calling that guy Mr. Touchdown. He had a great game tonight, and then Red Arrow's going to put it away. Sherlow again, this time to Benjamin Bigham. He goes way up to get this one, and then he is gone after this big leap. 79 yards. Lowell got a running clock. Undefeated in the OK White, and I think good enough to remain number 1 in Division II. They win at 53-25.
Next up for Lowell is Grand Rapids Christian. How good is that game going to be next week? Tonight, Eagles started a stretch of 3 straight road games with a trip to Forest Hill Central, and the Rangers picked the wrong team to play on homecoming night. First quarter, Tyler Sigler, 31-yard touchdown. It was 14-0. Cheerleaders got a workout tonight. Then the punt to Dominic Paez, fields it near midfield, finds an opening on the sideline, and he is gone. That's a touchdown return for Paez, made it 21-0 Christian. They go on to win it 44-20, 6th win. They're in the playoffs.
Back in the black, the Knights of Kenowa Hills traveling to Muskegon. The Big Reds trying to maintain at least a share of that conference lead. Picked this one up first quarter, about $1:44 to play. Muskegon, Jovier Kennedy goes from Deshaun thrower, 46 yards on this play. Big Reds, after a safety, had a 9-0 lead at the end of the first. Second quarter now, thrower again to the air, this time to Justin Foster, who makes the grab. That's a 35-yard strike. It was 16-zip. Next possession, Muskegon facing 3rd and 17 from the 45, and thrower's going to find Talmadge Carter. It's 23-0 at that point. The route was on. The Big Reds rolling tonight over Kenowa Hills. 40-zip.
How about Reese Puffer headed to their first postseason since 2007 tonight, handling Grand Rapids Union in an OK Black game. No score first quarter. Check out Garrett Banshire on the keeper. The QB going to turn on the Jets. Excuse me. Jackie's going to turn on the Rockets there for Reese Puffer. 55-yard TD, 7-0 Puffer. Still in the first. I'm going to say it just like the PA announcer out at Reese Puffer. Julian Monday with a 10-yard score. Reese Puffer wins it big tonight, 42-15.
Okay, Green, Byron Center came into the night tied with Zeeland West, and at 4-2, Bulldogs had a chance to put themselves back in the playoffs after a 2-year playoff drought. Fans all fired up for this one. Took on Unity Christian. 8 minutes left, fourth quarter. Travis Baker, keeper. That's a 3-yard touchdown. Byron Center wins it 41-14. That's win number five.
Zeeland West then needing a win over Hamilton to keep pace with the Bulldogs, lock up their 4th straight playoff berth, and they got it rather easily tonight. Already up 8-0 in the first quarter. This is Casey Brinks, QB keeper, fakes the handoff, goes straight up the middle, and is gone for 41 yards. Add the 2-point, it was 16-0 Zeeland West. Same score later in the first, and again, it's Brinks. Casey this time fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, but gets around to the far side, finds a hole to his right, and he is gone again. This one would cover 68 yards. Second of his 2 first quarter touchdowns. That made it 24-zip. Zeeland West rolling tonight, 64-14.
What about the Saugatuck Indians? 5-1, putting up almost 46 points a game. Already clinched a trip to the postseason. Just had to get past Fennville tonight. Up 3 scores, and Alex Segovia going to get the give, and he's going to beat the D to the pylon. 28-yard score. It was 28-0 Saugatuck. Fennville would get on the board here. Pedro Mendoza going to get the give and go 8 yards out, 8 yards in. Made it 28-7, but this one all Saugatuck. Here, Blake Dunn going to add another 6-yard score for the Indians. They go on to win it tonight, 42-7.
There are a lot of people wondering how Muskegon Catholic would fare after legendary coach Mike Holmes retired. Answer, very well, thank you. Sully Goodman from Wyoming drops back, picked off by Lamar Jordan. Muskegon Catholic's defense pitches a shutout. That interception sets up a Blake Sanford 30-yard field goal. Mike Ribicki's been with that program a long time as an assistant coach, picks up his 300th win in that program. Muskegon Catholic wins at 45-0.
Close out the first half where we began. The Wolverine Conference in a battle of the Bulldogs. 4-2 Otsego, 4-2 Vicksburg. Otsego led at 28-14 when I arrived at half, and here comes Vicksburg. Dalton Kettler, right side, finds Hunter Van. They're back within 7. Came down to this, 4th and 5. Minute 23 to play in regulation. Kettler rolling to the right. Can't find anyone. Rolls to the left. Can't find anyone. Goes at the middle, and the defense says you'll get nothing and like it. They shut him down to the Otsego Bulldogs. They win it tonight, 28-21.